Welcome back, Rascals. If I look tired today, that's because I am. I was at a wedding yesterday and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Who's ever had the issue of trying to play music through their phone without a Bluetooth speaker or your headphones? Phones nowadays, their speakers are useless. Well, I'm going to try and come up with an alternative that will actually just amplify the sound that comes directly straight out the speaker without any electronics or anything. So I was watching this Mark Rober video on YouTube probably a month ago now, and he gave me a bit of an idea. This is a funnel, but the shape of it does increase the noise somewhat, so I'm going to go along with this sort of theory and see what I can come up with. So, but it's about incorporating this shape, you know, into actually making something. But how do I incorporate this shape into a project, I hear you ask? At this point I don't actually know, so I'm going to go and do a bit of designing, and I guess you'll see me on the finished bit when I've come up with a bit of a plan. Right then, this is actually what I've come up with here. So we've got an eye here, a nose and some skanky mouth. No, that's only joking. Right, this is actually going to be the base. So this is actually the shape from bird's eye view. And then this is going to be the top here with the slot that I'll take out then for slotting the phone in the top. I would actually show you the phone in this shot as well, but then you won't be able to see it because I film on the same phone. And this isn't actually a nose, this actually goes in here, something like that. Right, as you can see here, I've got the funnel shape here and here. So when you slot the phone down in here, the speakers actually on the bottom of the phone lines up with the holes, and then the sound is transmitted out on the funnel shape. So obviously these bits will be sat on there, these bits will be sat on there, and then when you face the front you'll have a nice curved front with two holes. That's the plan. So let's go and sort out some wood, shall we? Right, this is called Ovangkol or something like that. I hope the tree doesn't murder me for the pronunciation of it. It's known as a tone wood. It's quite often used in instrument making like guitars and such. Considering this is actually a speaker of some sort, you know, I thought it was quite apt actually, plus it's got an almighty grain on it. It's really nice. So the top and bottom will come out of this bit, and I'm going to do these segments in oak, so it'll be like a nice little Ovangkol oak sandwich. Let's get all this marked out and cut out then, and let's go from there. Right, so there are all the bits all roughly roughed out, as you do. Let's see if we can sort of get this to take shape. So I'm going to double stack these just to create a bit more gap in the front, and then if you turn it round, that is what I'm going for. So there'll be a slot in here, speakers face down, sound comes out here, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. So I've just routed the slot for the cable. So I need to sand out all the ants nest in there before I put this top on. It's going to be really hard. I don't have to go crazy in there, but I just want to tidy it up. I want to make sure these sweeping curves are nice and smooth because, well, it's going to look good and they're on show. I'm not going to bore you with all the sanding because who wants to watch me sand all the time? So I'm just going to cut straight ahead. Right, I've done all the sanding that I can actually be bothered to do basically. And I was just looking at here. I was just like, yeah, I could just put the top on, get it on the old disc sander and clean up these lips here, make it all flush all the way around. I was just looking at it and I was just like, the bits of bread as I call them, you know, it's like a sandwich, they're just too thick. I'm not really a thick slice type of person. I'm more of a, you know, sort of small to medium sort of guy on my bread anyway. So I thought, oh, what could I do to get over this? And I was like, actually, I've got some nice sweeping curves going down through on these two pockets. What about sort of rasping this out and this out and actually sort of increase the volume for all the sound waves to rattle around in there? It actually might even make it louder. As you can tell, it's a different day, change of clothes. There you go, that's where I am now. I was rasping it, but it was just taking too long, so got the old Dremel out and buzzed in there. I think that actually looks a hell of a lot more handsome now than when it was just two thick slices of bread. What I'm going to do now is take it to the disc sander, clean up all the front edges so they're all nice and flush. Then I'll get in there, do a bit of final sanding and a bit of time for some finish and final shots. I'll see you on the other side. You guys know the score. Let's get the music on. Right, I need to give this a little run out, so because of copyright, I'm going to put on one of my videos. I think you lot know what's coming. It may look mega, and it's for your phone, but it doesn't mean it works well as a megaphone. I think it's turned out absolutely amazing, and I'm really chuffed with it. Once again, a shout out for the inspiration of this video to Mark Rober. I will link his video in the description that actually inspired this whole project. So you know it's happy tunes now in the Rascal house. I'll see you on the next one.